one of the first realizations of this idea when working with affiliate owners is when we take them through kind of like a clarity exercise, like who it is that they serve. And one of the things that I will tell everybody is like the reason that this is so important is that you go through and you very clearly identify who it is that you're going to work with, is because what this does is this gives you the authority and the confidence to say no. To say no to somebody who doesn't fit that ideal client. They come into your gym and they say, hey, I just would really like to come in and do my own thing on the side. And I'm just like, no, that's not what we do here. And I can say that confidently because I've been through this exercise. I kind of know what it is that I'm looking for. I know who I want to work with, and you don't fit that. And it has nothing to, like, I don't have any beef with you, but what I'll do is I'll recommend you down the street and I'm like, listen, man, it's probably not going to be worth all the money for you to pay full price membership to just come in and use the gym. And you would have to do it over there in the corner. So I'm just going to recommend that you look for another gym. Okay. Now take that example of having this idea and this clarity with which it gives me the authority to say no, and then apply it to your daily life, which is the reason gym owners find themselves filling their day with being busy is because they haven't figured out what is important, which then gives them the authority and the confidence to say, no, I'm not dealing with that right now. That can wait till whenever you pick the date. That is what I have to figure out. I have to figure out what is important first. This is part of like the way we've designed everything and what we've refined over the years with regard to figuring out like what would get you back on track. And it's starting with the things that are important first. And this happens all the time when we're working with people and they say, wait, I really need to do this. And I'm like, no, you don't. It's not important. It might seem urgent right now, but the point is, if you just leave it, nothing's going to happen. It will still be there when you get there. This is very similar to, you could take this whole scenario and apply it to coaching, right? So imagine a level 2 breakout, okay? And this is, I walk people through this every single time. And the hardest part is sticking with what's important, with which is the plan. So imagine a circle, pick the number of people you got in the circle. Let's call it 8, and there's 8 people in there. And I will tell the participant, listen, you're going to start with the athlete right in front of you. You're going to check them for static position. You're going to scan directly across the group. You're going to look at the person who is directly across from them. You're going to check their static position. And then you're going to come back here to the person right next to you. You're going to call a rep. Right? So I think everybody can envision this. You're going to look for dynamic fault there because they're moving. They're going to move to whatever the finished position of that movement is. And now you're going to do the same process. I'm going to check static, and I'm going to scan directly across from that person, and I'm going to check static again. So in fast forward, the process goes static, static across the group, dynamic right in front of me, static, static across the group. So now I can get 5 checkpoints in 1 rep. Okay. This is important because this is the process. Where it becomes urgent, or what I feel is urgent, is when something happens over off to the side and I'm like, oh my God, Bob's knees are in. So then I deviate from the plan because I find that to be urgent, right? When the reality is, I'll get to Bob when I get to Bob because that's in the plan. It will just be in 5 to 6 reps from now. But if I deviate from what I am doing currently, I will not get back on track. And I see it every single time we do it. And I'm like, listen, a little insight. That fault that is going on over there will still be there when you get there. It's not going anywhere. And if it happens to fix itself, congratulations. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So from an affiliate owner standpoint, that problem, that drunk monkey that somebody brought you in, listen, just leave it. It's fine. It will still be there after you finish the important task, and then you can determine or redefine whether that is now urgent or important or not. But I have to define that first. I have to define like, what is the process? What is the sequence of things that I need to fix based on importance? And then I need to stay on track, which goes back to what you said earlier, which is I need to give myself a defined list. These are the things that we are going to do.